Assalamu alaikum and adab, my dear elderly brothers and sisters. Today we are going to uncover a real truth that has been unknowingly stealing your eye strength slowly all this time. Just think, thick darkness all around, no sound, no light. You are standing alone. Suddenly, as if the sky splits open, an intense light falls upon your eyes. In that light, your entire life flashes before you in a single moment. Childhood, family, children, laughter, tears, everything. But do you know what the terrifying part is? Nothing can be seen clearly. Every face is blurry, every scene is like fog, as if you are seeing your own life in a broken mirror. Now stop for 1 second. Imagine you cannot recognize your own child's face. You cannot remember your grandchildren's names, what you ate yesterday, who you spoke with. Everything seems to be slowly fading away. Does your heart not tremble? This helplessness is not just fear. It is slowly disappearing while still being alive. This is where most people break down. But today I have not come to break you. Today I have come to show you a hard truth, one that once you know it will surprise even you. The key to escaping this terrifying outcome is not in any expensive medicine. It is not in any complex treatment either. This key is hidden in an ordinary thing lying in a corner of your very own kitchen. Something you have been neglecting every single day. Today, I have not come to tell you a motivational story. Today, I will open nature's secret door, inside which lies the power to save your eyesight and the strength to sharpen your brain once again. Whether you are 60 or 80, age is no barrier before this natural secret. Age here is just a number. But be warned, not everyone has the courage to watch this video all the way to the end. Because today, I will reveal the truth about 3 seeds that will either change your life or make you realize how far off the wrong path you have been walking all this time. Understand one thing clearly. The 2 most complex and most terrifyingly connected organs of the human body are the eyes and the brain. They are not separate, they are bound by the same thread. What you see is not created by the eyes, it is analyzed by your brain. And the weaker the brain becomes, the faster your vision too will sink into darkness. Now hear the real fear. Every single day, every single moment, you are unknowingly damaging these 2 priceless organs. The artificial light of mobile phones, irregular sleep, wrong food. Together, the cells of your eye's retina are slowly being destroyed. At the same time, the neurons of your brain are becoming disconnected from one another. We console ourselves by saying, this is what happens with age. Vision will blur, memory will fade. But this is where the biggest lie is hidden. Science says the real problem is not age. The real problem is nutritional deficiency. What you eat, how you eat, that is what determines whether your eye cells will survive or be destroyed, whether your neurons will communicate with each other or fall silent. And to stop exactly this destruction, nature has placed in our hands some tiny seeds, small in size, but terrifying in power. Now I begin with the seed that has been sitting in your kitchen year after year, yet you never imagined what great power lies hidden within it. I'm talking about flax seeds, which many know as flaxseed or linseed, small, shiny, and seemingly harmless. But hidden inside this hard shell is a deadly compound, lignin. This is no ordinary thing. This is a warrior created by nature that can stop the silent destruction happening inside the eyes and the brain. Year after year, a silent inflammation builds up inside the body. When that inflammation begins consuming the retina of the eye, blurry vision, intolerance to light, and slow blindness are born. And when the same inflammation enters the brain, the neurons become disconnected. You begin to forget names, faces, words. The pace of thought comes to a halt. And this is where the real danger begins. It is right here that the lignin of flaxseed stands like a shield. It does not just stop the attack, it destroys inflammation from its very root. As a result, the eyes regain life, and the brain begins to function again. But this is not the end, because I have not yet told you the truly terrifying side of flaxseed. Do not take your eyes off for even a moment, because this is where the real game begins. Are you ready? In the next section, I will unveil the truth about two more forbidden seeds. When combined with flaxseed, they create a natural mega-medicine, in front of which even many modern medicines are practically helpless. For those who believe today that seeing without glasses is no longer possible, for those who have inwardly accepted that their memory will never be what it once was, today's knowledge is not just information. It can be the brutal reality that turns their life around. The lignin of flaxseed suddenly declares a rebellion against the toxic, silent war being waged inside your body. This is not an ingredient that works slowly. It enters deep into the body and begins an undeclared war against inflammation, a war where the sensitive nerve cells of the eye no longer take daily blows, where the neurons of the brain can continue communicating with each other without fear. In this safe environment, the eyes regain strength. The brain learns to think again. But flaxseed's power does not stop here. Hidden inside this tiny seed is yet another powerful weapon, alpha-linolenic acid, abbreviated as ALA. This is a powerful plant-based omega-3 fatty acid that works directly as an essential component of the retinal cells of the eye. When you consume flaxseed, this omega-3 creates an invisible protective shield around your eyes, shielding you from harmful blue light, oxidative stress, and the process of slow blindness, without you even noticing. Now hear the part about the brain, because this is where most people make the biggest mistake. Nearly 60% of our brain is made up of fat, and a large portion of this fat is omega-3 fatty acid. In other words, when you eat flaxseed, you are actually returning to your brain the building materials it needs. Do you know what happens as a result? The speed of signal exchange between neurons increases. Thinking becomes clearer. Making decisions becomes easier. Understanding complex matters feels much simpler than before. But there is a fatal truth here. If you do not know this, you will eat flaxseed and still not get its real power. When flaxseed is consumed whole, our digestive system cannot fully break it down. As a result, most of its nutrition is wasted. This is why the most effective way to consume flaxseed is to grind it into powder. Every morning, 1 spoonful of ground flaxseed can be mixed into yogurt, sprinkled on a salad, or added into a smoothie. But remember, this mysterious seed does not work in a single day. Regular consumption is the only key here. Now I am about to unveil the second mysterious seed, one that is known worldwide today as a superfood. I am talking about chia seeds. These small black and white granules may look ordinary on the outside, but inside they possess a terrifyingly powerful force. The most astonishing ability of chia seeds is their unusual capacity to absorb water and their process of slow nutrient release. When you soak 1 spoonful of chia seeds in a glass of water and watch the entire water turn jelly-like, the exact same process happens inside your body. When you eat chia seeds, their nutrients do not enter your blood all at once. Rather, they blend into your blood gradually, step by step, over a long period of time. Now, naturally, a question arises. Why is this slow process so important? Because sudden rises and falls in blood sugar are a silent killer for the brain. From this invisible blow is born brain fog, extreme lack of concentration, and irritability without reason. Chia seeds strike directly at this problem. They keep blood sugar and insulin stable. As a result, the brain receives a continuous, reliable supply of energy throughout the day. Do you know the direct result of this? Memory deepens, concentration sharpens, and your brain stays sharp as a sword all day long. Imagine a scene. You wake up in the morning and push back the window curtain. Sunlight is entering, but your eyes seem unable to catch the light. Everything is pale, without contrast, as if the colors of life have been washed away. The truth is, the fault lies not with the eyes, but with that tiny yet terrifyingly important part deep inside the eye, what science calls the macula. This small center determines whether you will see the world clearly or slowly disappear into a blurry darkness. And this is where the real mystery of chia seeds begins. Chia seeds are not just another healthy food. Hidden within them is a massive reservoir of powerful omega-3 and DHA that enters directly into the structure of the retina's macula of the eye. Like a skilled construction worker entering a building. While the deterioration of the macula with age may be nature's law, chia seeds can ruthlessly stop the pace of that deterioration. Science says that with regular nourishment, the macula cells themselves begin to repair their damage. And it does not end there. Do you feel burning, itchiness, or dryness in your eyes, especially at night? This is not just fatigue. This is a clear signal of internal inflammation. Chia seeds increase the body's water retention capacity and extinguish that inflammation from within, like cold water poured on fire. As a result, the eyes do not just find comfort, they slowly begin to revive.
Do you know where the most frightening part lies?
You may not even notice it. When problems begin in the eyes, the brain shows its reaction. When incorrect or incomplete signals come from the eyes, the brain gradually becomes confused. Brain fog, losing concentration, delayed decision-making. The root of all of this lies right here. Just 1 to 2 teaspoons of chia seeds per day can build a strong wall against this destruction. Now let me come to the seed we have known since childhood, but never took seriously. At fairs, festivals, casual gatherings, this seed was always in our hands. Yet we never knew. It is one of nature's most powerful weapons for protecting the eyes and the brain. Pumpkin seeds. Inside these small green-silver granules lies a mineral empire that simultaneously controls the eyes, the nerves, and the brain. Magnesium, zinc, iron, and vitamin E. When these 4 elements work together inside the body, what happens will make you shudder.
Let me start with magnesium.
Scientists call it the nerve sedative mineral. You stare at screens all day. The tiny muscles around your eyes fight battles all day long. The result? Eyes feel heavy, the head feels dizzy, headaches in the afternoon, and sleeplessness at night. Magnesium relaxes these muscles, as if someone from inside is loosening a tightly bound knot. But the truly terrifying work of magnesium happens in the brain. It preserves the brain's plasticity, meaning creating new memories, building new connections, and holding on to old memories. At the same time, it suppresses the stress hormone called cortisol and silences that chaotic noise inside the head. The result? Calm, clear, sharp thinking. Then comes zinc, the silent guardian of the eye. You'll be surprised to know that out of the entire body, the highest concentration of zinc is found in the retina of the eye. Because the visual pigment that converts light into signals is born through zinc. A deficiency of zinc means night blindness, dazzlement in light, and a slow loss of vision. And in the brain, zinc plays an even more terrifying role. Neurotransmitters, the messengers of the brain, the billions of signals racing through your brain every second, the birth and release of that entire system depends greatly on zinc. Research says that prolonged zinc deficiency leads to the onset of memory loss. The capacity to learn slowly diminishes. Even the risk of terrifying neurodegenerative diseases increases many times over.
And then comes iron, which many people neglect, yet for the eyes and brain, it is the lifeline of oxygen.
These 2 organs cannot survive even a moment without oxygen. When iron decreases, the blood cannot carry oxygen properly. Then a silent suffocation begins in the brain. The result? Fatigue, constant dizziness, broken concentration, and fading memory. The same thing happens in the eyes. Without oxygen, the cells of the retina weaken. They slowly begin to go out. And you notice it only the day you look in the mirror and realize the world is no longer as clear as it used to be. The name of the very last guardian of this entire protective system is vitamin E. It is a silent warrior. It makes no noise, does not enter the conversation. But for your eyes and brain, it fights 24 hours a day. Vitamin E creates an invisible armor around every cell, stopping those silent killers called free radicals that rot cells from within, slowly blur vision, and erase memories, just like waves of a river erase a name written on sand. These free radicals are the real killers of premature aging in humans. And the vitamin E soaked within pumpkin seeds stands before those killers and says one thing only: not one step further from here. Now think for a moment, just once. When flaxseed, chia seeds, and pumpkin seeds all enter your body together, they do not work separately. They form a powerful war alliance. Flaxseed destroys the old inflammation accumulated inside the body and clears the path. Chia seeds pour into the eyes and brain a steady, slowly released permanent energy. And pumpkin seeds stand like a final guardian, covering every cell with minerals, oxygen, and antioxidants. This is not superstition. This is not a story. This is hard science. Today, whether in Calcutta or anywhere in Bangladesh, in some silent room, thousands of people are losing their vision and memory every day without knowing it for one reason alone: nutritional deficiency. And the terrifying truth is, this damage is not visible in a single day. By the day it becomes visible, it is too late. But you are still within time. Because you are watching this video up to this point, today, put these 3 seeds together in a small jar. Every morning, just 1 spoonful, no medicine, no complex treatment. After 1 week, you will feel the difference yourself. The blurriness in the eyes will reduce. The head will feel clearer. Memory will strengthen. Confidence in yourself will return. Because you have finally begun giving your body's 2 most precious organs their true nourishment. Now, I want to say something, not to frighten you, not to sell anything, as one human being to another. If you have watched this video all the way to the end, then I assume you are tired, you are afraid, and somewhere deep inside, a question is gnawing at you. Am I slowly disappearing? Perhaps you do not tell anyone, but when you are alone at night, you think, what if one day I can no longer see clearly? What if one day I forget the name of someone I love? What if one day I lose faith in myself? This fear is very quiet, but very cruel. Today I want to say something to you firmly. You are not weak. You have not reached your end. Your body still knows how to fight. The fact that you have watched this video this far means the fire to live still burns inside you. The will to save yourself still exists. Now close your eyes and imagine just once. 6 months from now, you are seeing clearly. Your mind is light, no more fog inside your head. You are making your own decisions yourself. If just imagining this picture makes your eyes well up, then know this: you have not yet lost. Make the decision today, not tomorrow, not next week. Like this video, not to please anyone, but as a promise to yourself. In the comments, write just one thing: I will not give up on myself. And if you want videos like this to awaken the strength of your mind every day, then subscribe to our Sush the Jabon channel right now. Because here, the fight is not taught through fear, but through hope. Remember, your eyes, your brain, your life are still in your own hands. And if you want to, you can still win.